Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the collective update for the collective. Now, whether you resonate divine masculine, divine feminine, highly level soulmate, Blu-ray, however you resonate under the spiritual umbrella, light worker, starseed, indigo, witch, magician, wizard, shaman. This is all for the collective. And this is the new moon in Gemini's collective read. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try to get this out as quick as I can because, as you can see, I'm squirming, and that's because the whole left side of my body is in and out with nerve damage, and I've been trying to take it easy for the last couple of days, but I had to get a reading out for you guys. I see you in the comment sections missing my lives. I will get back to that when I'm in better shape, but I am going to do this collective read because there's a lot of energies happening within the collective. We got the retrograde, we got the new moon in Gemini here. It's also a solar eclipse, so strong energy. And honestly, this time, this energy is more supporting the divine feminine than anything. Divine feminine is being called to have faith. Divine feminine is being called to step out on faith, and for some it means releasing what no longer serves you or grow you. Okay. Before I dive into reading, I want to say thank you to all of you guys who ordered products last week. Check out the Etsy shop if you need anything. Chrissy Crystal Indigo. For those of you who book services, Reiki, Akashic Records, etc., thank you so much. Sending you guys so much love and light. And for all of you who've been following, who've been sharing, who've been commenting in the comment sections, you guys really are awesome. You guys are a part of my soul tribe members and my family, and just sending you so much blessings and love and light. And don't forget to do your affirmations, your intentions, because this is going to be very important for you if you are trying to manifest whatever it is in your immediate surroundings. Okay. Now I'm trying to find a position so my arm can stop hurting. Now, you got to dive into this red light special. This has been selling off the shelf. So I created this oil, magically created this oil for the divine feminine in her or his divine masculine. And so when things begin being rocky, no communication, you want to bring more love into the situation, more seduction, intensity in a sexual type of way, this is the oil that you need. You can check the testimonials on my Google page as well as here in Etsy shop. It's a beautiful, it smells amazing. It's a beautiful oil, and I've gotten so much feedback from the divine feminines when they have used this with their divine masculine. Now you put this on your pulse points, and literally the divine masculine is like sucked to you like glue, just hypnotized. It's really beautiful for where you can see them in that open, vulnerable state. So again, don't mix the twin flame ascension union oil with the red light special, because you're going to have your divine masculine climbing the walls, literally. All right. So check it out on my Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo. There are so many more essential oils in the apothecary line on there. And if you need crystals, there are crystal packs as well. Okay. Just because the energy has been really crazy. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the first spread, which is the Light Seers Tarot. This is for the collective. Okay, and so starting out, we have the Eight of Cups. Right now, I grabbed the Light Seers Tarot for a reason. Eight of Pentacles, sorry, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I grabbed it because we get to see what energy we are in, whether it's the divine masculine or the divine feminine. Okay, and if you notice that you are not in the light energy, this gives you the opportunity to transmute your energy so you can continue to thrive forward. Right, so with the Eight of Pentacles here, okay, it says mastering a skill, an expert, craftsmanship, the Meraki that you put into your work, methodical progress, patience, and determination, soul purpose, meaning you're focused on your soul purpose and where you're headed. Now, if you are in the shadow side, It says seeking shortcuts to your detriment, burning out or giving up, sporadic output and experience. So where do you resonate with, light or shadow? And if it's the shadow, let's move that energy to the light spheres, where we focus on our soul purpose, patience, work on our skill when it comes to what our gifts are, so we can create perfect craftsmanship with our products and stuff for the world, right? And determination, all right? And so the next card we have, again, Pentacles. And remember, Pentacles resonate with abundance, right? We also have some sacred geometry there. So some of you guys that may really have the gift to work with sacred geometry, I know I do. I have a Metatron's cube. So with the Ten of Pentacles, we know that's the like abundance. That's like your nest egg. That's you being financially free, right? So with the Ten of Pentacles, if you're in the light seer side, it says spiritual and material abundance, community, generosity, wealth, and prosperity, building a legacy. That is what, you know, I know the divine feminines in the collective have been focusing on, their life purpose. But now we're starting to see the divine masculines slowly shift into this different type of energy where it seems like there's something malicious about it, right? Like, when did you get all holier than thou, right? So on the 5D or even in their dream state, they're getting that support, which is allowing them to change in the 3D, okay? But if you are in the shadow side, it says chasing luxury, status, financial loss, negative energy around wealth. So again, transmute the energy to be more in that light seer side. Then we have for the overall energy, for the outcome, we have the Empress. So this is beautiful. And look, you would also associate that with Mother Earth Gaia. You know, some of you guys may be expecting a baby, you know, beautiful blessing, however it resonates for you, okay? Now with the Emperor, with the light seer side, it says the divine feminine, prolific, creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, the goddess, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, and spirit. Now, if we're in that shadow side, it's infertility, emotional, overwhelmed, shutting down, the need for self-care, disharmony, negligence, being materialistic, being overprotective, of your creations, being overly dependent on others, right? So again, let's transmute that energy. When you notice yourself being codependent on your divine counterpart, or quickly falling back into that energy where you have to chase them down when they're not paying attention to you, or they're, you know, in their own world, you know, you got to quickly transmute that energy. Nope, I'm noticing some things that I've already worked through. Let me pull back, right? Now, with the Eight of Wands, okay? The Eight of Wands. I'm not going to be able to hold the cards up for you guys today because I can't. My hands are in and out. My nerves are in and out, and they're weak, okay? But Eight of Wands here, right? The Eight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This is the overall energy, okay? And pay attention to that, because that's giving us clues on, you know, how we can get through and get to, all right? So with the Eight of Wands, the light seers, it says speed, velocity, travel, making split-second decisions, and upcoming positive resolution, haste, good news. So this is the energy that you want to be in. And also, when you think positive, when you know you're in alignment, everything falls into place, right? When you don't have that worry energy on you. If you are in the shadow seer side of the Eight of Wands, it says instability, delays, unfocused energy, and lack of direction, burnout, a tendency to hesitate. So again, transmute that energy, okay? It's very, very, very important that we do so at this time. And if you need to pull back, divine feminine, pull back. Don't feel bad for pulling back. Right now is the time, you know, that you need to be taking care of yourself, that you need to be nurturing yourself, all right? Now I'm gonna hold my arm up like this so it doesn't hurt as much. So we're gonna go into the divine masculine by the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle, all right? So the first card out is Muse, all right? So the divine masculine has found their niche. They found what they have been called to. They found something that really catches their eye. They found their muse. So, this could be resonating to them, looking back on your connection and seeing how much you've helped them energetically and with their self-worth and etc. And it's like, wow, like this has been my muse all along. Or they found something really creative within themselves where they can create, and they found their muse. All right. Then we have reinvention. They're reinventing themselves. So a lot of you, or some of your divine masculines, may come off different now. The energy's different. And for you, divine feminine, because you've been dealing with crap for the longest, you are shocked by how they're responding to things, or if they're starting to treat you nice, because you're used to them treating you, less than you deserve or require, right? And so some of them have gotten their wake-up call and have realized how bad they've treated the divine feminine. And not to throw the divine masculine under the bus, but this is 98% of the time of what's happening within the energy when it comes to the divine masculine and divine feminine. But they're reinventing themselves because they know who I've been, who I am, it's who I've been. I love that song. And so that's what you can think about when you think of the divine masculine, and they're pausing. It's like they're not making any quick moves, making any quick decisions. They're taking it slow. All right. A lot of them are awakening at this time. So comment below if, as of recently, within the month, sometime in May up till now, you've noticed a difference with your divine counterpart in their energy, the way they respond, etc. Right? And so with the divine feminine, we have victim. And so divine feminine is still working through those wounds, right? Because we can't lie, the divine masculine really did a number on some of us when it came to our heart, when it came to intentions, when it came to, the time we've put in, and how long we've battled and tried to get them to see that it's not just about a connection or I just want you. It's more about the purpose and mission that in past lives we both agreed to come here for at this moment. And so the divine feminine is having all of these thoughts running through his or her mind. And not only that, but we have a lot of past life energy just coming up for the collective in general. We have a retrograde, we have a solar eclipse now, we have new moon in Gemini, which deals with the twins, right? So this is very significant. The next card, Alpha Divine Feminine, is abandoned. And they feel abandoned. But Divine Masculine is really working on themselves at this time. And so Divine Feminine is like, is it going to be always like this? When I need you, can you be around? Or is it only when you need me, I'm supposed to be there? There's a lot of different energies floating within the collective. Why can't you pick up on what I'm stepping in? Like, why can't we communicate effectively? Right? And so there's that abandonment issue coming up. And then we have free will for the divine feminine, because again, a lot of the divine feminines, I talk to divine feminines on a regular, they're just ready to step into their purpose. They're ready to just walk away from their divine masculines. And whatever happens, it happens. But for those of you who've been on the journey 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, you've put the time in, you've put the hard work in, and now you're just like, you know what? Do what you do. I got to focus on where I'm being called to. If you figure it out, you figure it out. But I'm no longer going to be a clown in your circus, right? Because these connections, again, I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. And I'm being completely honest. With the next card is commitment. And so Divine Feminine is more about what's best for my heart, what's best for me right now, right? What do I want? What do I need? And that's where Divine Feminine is headed towards, her or his wants and needs, because they were not getting fulfilled or being fulfilled, right? Whew. All right, so the overall energy, we have grief, all right? Grief. And so on the Divine Masculine's part, on the Divine Feminine's part, there's grief. Trying to figure everything out. Trying to weigh through the different emotions that's going through the mind, heart, and soul, right? Trying to make sure they're making the right decision, right? Now, the cards that wanted to show themselves, we have divine timing. And we as divine feminines, we cringe when we see this card because we're like, how much longer, right? But the gag is divine feminines aren't waiting anymore, right? It's like we're stepping out on faith, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But I will not lower my standards. I will not be treated less than I deserve. I will not be equally reciprocated. I want to be treated the way I treat you, divine masculine. That is the energy. We have solitude. A lot of divine feminines and masculines are going into solitude. It's me time. I need to worry about what I want, what I need. And this is important. Right now, and I told you guys on the other videos, when it comes to my divine counterpart per se, I'm going right back in solitude. I see it. As soon as I see that funky energy rolling up, I'll go right back into my cave. I'll peek out. It's still on fire. I'll go right back in my cave, and maybe one day I won't come out the cave, right? It's all upon you. Like, again, a lot of these connections or certain connections are fated. They're predestined. So whether we have free will or whatever, things are going to be the way it's going to be because it was supposed to be that way. But again, you're not a human doormat. You get what you want. You whatever you require or deserve, and that's your standard, you stick by that. Don't lower those expectations. If a person isn't equally reciprocating, you pull back. You call me, I call you. If you don't call, we won't speak. Because for so long, the divine feminine's been chasing like around a hamster wheel. Have you ever seen a hamster run around that wheel? You even get fed up after a while. All right, get off the wheel, right? Like, simmer down. Like, no. Divine feminine, and you can comment in the comment section, it's like they're like rockets and they're ready to take off. And if divine masculine is not ready, then he can catch the smoke, right? Then we have mute, but then we also have the energy floating around the third eye, through the face, downloads, light codes. Again, a lot of you, go check the community tab post, go check the IG story. A lot of you, as of yesterday, today, maybe a couple days before, ears were ringing, crown chakra got really cold. You're getting downloaded with new gifts. And watch how you're going to be able to be like, wow, I couldn't do that before. Now I can. We're being set up correctly to protect our own energy, because that's what's most important. All right. Whew, get me through this. All right. So now we're going to dive into a new deck that I'm using. And this is which one is this? The Magic of You Oracle. All right. So for divine masculine, we have everything in perfect balance. Everything in perfect balance. So divine masculines during this time is learning how to balance things out, learning how to equally reciprocate, learning how to be there for others as much as others are there for them. Balance, right? And you know, balance also represents Libra energy. For divine feminine, we have let love grow, Lavoria. Let love grow. No matter what is happening to you in this connection, no matter what you're going through in this connection, you know, remember unconditional love, right? You notice how when you and your divine counterpart are at odds, and it's just like war of the worlds, and immediately after a few seconds, that heart fills up with that unconditional love as if no wrongs have been done, right? And so remember, bring love back into the situation. Even if you're choosing to go forward and just focus on yourself and not give your divine counterpart your energy, still focus on love, because it's going to lead you right no matter what. And that's very important, because I always tell you guys, whatever you do, be of integrity, because the light will be shown on those who don't have good intentions, all right? Now, for the overall energy, it says compassion for others. Compassion for others, compassion in what we do, you know, in our daily lives, compassion for, you know, our divine counterparts, being, you know, compassionate or empathetic to the fact that they're not on the same level that we are on yet. They're still learning, and that is okay, but you don't stop, you continue. You have so much to do, right? Now we're going to dive into this other deck that I love. This is the magical spell cards, okay? So for Divine Masculine, we got 23, which breaks down to a 5. 5 talks about changes. It says romance. This is in the headspace, all right? Romance. It is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Romance. So this is what's on the Divine Masculine's headspace. Being in love, being in good, great connections, right? Something's shifting with them. I know that. For Divine Feminine, 28, knowledge. Knowledge is the first one. It says, let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. Your ancestors are around you so strong right now, protecting and helping you. Reach out to them, call out to them for your support. Okay? 10 talks about completion. 8 and 2 is 10. All right. For Divine Feminine, we have 35. Victory. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me rise. This here, the phoenix rising from the ashes. So important. 3 and 5 is 8. 8 is the infinity symbol. You will get victory from this Divine Feminine. Keep pushing, keep going, keep doing you, okay? The overall energy. Here we have that justice energy again. Number 5. 5 talks about changes, right? And it says, by the power of 3 by 3, might deliver justice to me. So no, if you were done bogus, if you were done wrong, if intentions weren't pure, Saturn is Saturn is in retrograde as well. Planet of karma. You reap what you sow. That's why it's so important for the Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines. Please make sure you move on integrity because, karma's coming back quick on a hot plate. This card I'm looking at here, it says study. So with your new gifts that you guys have, make sure that you are studying, that you are mastering your craft so you can be able to help and assist, okay, others on their journey. Especially if you guys have shops and things like that resonate with the crystals and your oils and things like that. You need to be well versed so your clients can understand what your product does, okay? Now, this is the advice from Goddess Isis, all right? This is the Isis Oracle. So for Divine Masculine, we have Pyramid of Light. Step your vibration deeper into love. Step your vibration deeper into love, right? Asking them to get out of that material energy, right? Being closed off. Step your vibration more into love. Look at that. Beautiful. We have Abundance of Solstice, stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. So Isis is helping you at this time. And the reason why I use this deck is because a lot of us resonate with the goddess Isis because we've had past lives in Egypt or Atlantis, right? And so this here, again, I'll read it. Abundance of Solstice. It says, stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. You are going to be abundant. Isis is helping you become abundant. Make sure you call on Isis when you're doing your prayers, your affirmations, and things like that. I have 2 Isis statues, and she's really amazing. All you have to do is ask, and she will deliver what it is that you want to see or know. All right? And check out my last video I posted because I did an incantation with you guys. And for some of you, I told you to go back and write in the comment sections, how did it work for you? All right. So for the next card, Life Restored for Divine Feminine. Life Restored. And it says Priestess of the Phoenix. Remember that Phoenix rising from the ashes, right? And I'm going to read this one for you because I've never got that one out. And so, Life Restored. Let me read that one. And I'll read the beginning. The beginning part of it, okay? And it says, spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. All right? And so again, I would recommend anybody get this Isis Oracle deck because it has the prayers in it, and it will help you connect and open up in so many different ways, okay? Now, the overall energy is the spirit of Isis, all right? And it says, triumph of the goddess, meaning Isis will support you. Isis will, cover you in times of need. She will be there to support you, especially if you are an initiate of hers, and that will never come out, has never come out either. And this is the overall energy for both divine masculine and feminine. So I'm going to read that to you, and so that way you guys can have a little knowledge about it. And it says, beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action. Until the impossible happens, Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe, right? So your cards are your cards. So guys, let me know how you are really liking this segment of how I'm doing this, okay? So now we're going to dive into your life purpose oracle. So for divine masculine, we have body work. And it says, your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. All right? And so a lot of the divine masculines are realizing their gifts with their hands at this time. For divine feminine, freedom. You're free to do what you choose. So again, some of our divine connections are fated, predestined, and some of them, live your life, and whatever happens with the connection, it will happen. Don't sit there and think because your divine masculine hasn't awakened and they're holding up the process that's going to mess up your progress. It doesn't have, no, you may be one soul, but you have work to do, and you are the leader. And notice when you lead, when you're in your mission, when you're not focused on your divine counterpart, what do? Find their way back to you. And so that's what you're being asked to do, divine feminine. Freedom. Know that you have freedom to do as you choose, to do as you fucking please. Excuse my French. Right? Step out there, leap. And a lot of us, we have fears. Oh, I know this is my divine counterpart, and if I leave, will I never see them again, and etc. How many times have you and your divine counterpart had an argument, a fallout? How many times have you heard, this is it, I'm over it, I'm done talking to you, I don't want you in my life, I don't want to see you at all? And what happens? And you, divine feminine, be there scared to death. Like, oh man, this is really it, and you guys are right back to each other. Because in the 5D, divine masculine understands, divine masculine knows that just needs to be transmuted into the 3D, and it can only happen when divine masculine surrenders and acknowledges what he or she is called here to do. All right. Next card out, counseling for divine feminine. You heal with your kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. All right. Beautiful. A lot of you guys in the comment section, start commenting where you're from, state whatever, and see who you can align with and connect with to get you through the journey. Because if I didn't have my soul sisters, I would be lost in the sauce. Okay? And my soul sisters are very loyal, right? So when it comes to your soul tribe, spirit, source, divine will align you with the one that's meant for you. Who would have known that one of my soul sisters would actually live on the East Coast? And when I made my move to the space I'm in now, that we would connect physically, right? And then when I got hurt the other day, woke up, couldn't move my left side. I didn't know what to do. I have no family here where I am, right? I called my soul sister. And my soul sister was like here in a flash. And it was just like, no bra, no panties, come on, let me get you. And that's beautiful. And I consistently think about, my divine counterpart, and what if I got here all alone and no one would have found me that day, right? And for me to be able to reach out and say, like, I need you, and for some, you know, for your soul sisters to move like an angel, speed of light, that says a lot. So know that your divine counterpart is aligning you with your soul tribe members who won't leave you, who won't abandon you, who understands this connection, and you guys are going to help each other through. All right. Next card out, we have Builder for Divine Feminine. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. You are building so much right now. You guys are building your business. You guys are building up your confidence. You guys are building up your self-love for yourself. Because again, we've been through some battered and bruised situations when it comes to our ego, when it comes to our heart, when it comes to our mental. And for some of us, we did attract a narcissist, because our mission is to teach them about empathy, about being empathic, being empathetic to others, you know, situations, having unconditional love, what it means to equally reciprocate and not just always take, right? Now, we're going to dive into the Starseed Oracle. For Divine Masculine, we have Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. That is what they're asking Divine Masculine to do. The next card called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. And it goes right in alignment with each other, right? For Divine Feminine, we have Messenger. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. You are divine portal. You are a gatekeeper, Divine Feminine, because you're getting all those downloads and light codes. And now when I hit what I'm like, okay, what I get now? What I get? I know everybody is thinking the same thing now, because right after that, it's like, whoa, how did I know how to do this? Okay, all right, I see you. Right? It's really beautiful. But at the same time, you wish they can throw you a kite and be like, okay, next week around 9:30, I'm going to send you this, so be prepared. No. It says you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So for Divine Feminine, Spirit Source, Divine Guide, your guides, my guides, are reminding all of us that we're not alone, even at times when we feel like we are. It's so important to call on your ancestors. Speak to them when you are praying, because they hear. Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So you can be here all day long, but knowing how to separate the two, right? It's very important. All right, guys, so this is the new moon reading for Gemini, solar eclipse. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. You know, I would have went a little bit longer for you, but the pain is unbearable. And I have even been on Oxycontin, and that still ain't working. So you know it's got to be a doozy. All right. So I'm sending you guys so much love and light. I will talk to you soon. Take care.